Hello, what is up, MHT crew? It is your girl LC, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an update on my tragus piercing and my flat piercing. So if you are interested in my honest thoughts on those topics, then stay tuned. All right, you guys, so it has been just a little over a week since I've gotten my tragus piercing. I'm also going to talk to you guys about the whole experience as well. In case you guys haven't checked out my video of getting it pierced, I did do a video and talk about all of those details, but there was so much going on that day and I was driving, so I'm not even sure if my thoughts came through clearly, so I will do it again for you right here. And then I'm also going to give you guys just a quick little update on my flat piercing as well and how that has been going. So let's get right into it. It's been a week and 4 days. So almost 2 weeks old now. It's actually doing really well. It's not quite as sore as it was during the first week. It was very tender. With cleaning, my piercer recommended that, you know, I use a Q-tip to get around it and then in the back there to clean it, which I've been doing. And I pretty much use Q-tips on all of my piercings to clean it anyway. It's just easier for me to do it that way. I know some piercers recommend not using Q-tips because of the little fibers can get caught around your piercing, blah, 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 all that stuff. I haven't had any issues with using Q-tips to clean my piercings. So yeah, that's just me. It's doing well. I know it's only been a little over a week, but it's not quite as sore as it was, which is a good sign. So now I can kind of get down here. On the bottom, it was really, really sore, and especially on the back, it was really sore. But now it's not quite as sore. It's starting to, like, you know, fall in line with the rest of my piercings. I do actually sleep on this side with either my arm kind of like this or my travel pillow in the hole. That thing's not super comfortable still. But yeah, I mean, it's both of my piercings, my flat and my tragus, are fine after sleeping on it. It's just my daith that gets kind of irritated when I sleep on this side, and I think it's just because of like the pressure, I guess, of like laying on my ear, and like your ear kind of moves or whatever, so it's just kind of like the pressure, I think, where my daith just gets kind of irritated from me sleeping on it. So I do really try not to sleep on this side. It's hard because this is my comfortable side, so it's like sometimes I'm just laying there and I'm just like wanting to sleep on this side because I'm comfortable, right? That's why I'll fall asleep. But my ears, and I had to do this side because for those of you guys that don't know, I just recently started my ear creation process this year. I've had my double helix, double lobes for the past 10 plus years. So I just got my conch, my tragus, my daith, and my flat all this year. So that is why this side is like kind of like out of commission, because I've already had these piercings. So I wanted to kind of even out this side and dress this side up a bit. So that is how all of this happened. So sleeping is, you know, it's a thing. But overall, my tragus is doing well. So far, I haven't had any issues. I know it's only been a little over a week, but I absolutely love it. I think it's been one of my easier piercings so far. So we'll see what happens as time goes on, but so far it's been one of my most easiest piercings. So now to talk about the whole experience, the pain level, the cost, all of that stuff. So I think it was like 80, it was somewhere around like $80 to get pierced. And then yeah, I was able to match it with my flat there, so they match, which I think is so pretty. I just love it. So yeah, it was $80 to get done, and then the whole experience and the pain level and all of that. So it did not hurt at all to get my tragus pierced. There was a lot of pressure, and there was a lot of mechanics going on to get into my tragus, to pierce it and all that. So there was like a lot of stuff that made the experience uncomfortable, not painful, but it just was not comfortable at all. So I just felt the poke of when she like put the needle there, but then once she started to push it through, I felt nothing, no pain at all. It just was a lot of pressure, which was weird because it's like you can feel it going through, but it doesn't hurt. So I was like, huh, but it didn't actually hurt. It just was a lot of pressure. Then she had to leave the needle in there, so it's just like, you know, hanging all through my ear here while she's getting the jewelry ready and everything. That was so uncomfortable. It didn't hurt. Again, it just was uncomfortable. So yeah, that was the experience. So it's not painful. There's a lot of pressure and just a lot of maneuvering and a lot of mechanics and all that stuff, and it just was really uncomfortable, but it didn't hurt at all to get pierced. So I definitely recommend, if you want to get your tragus pierced, do that. So now on to my flat. Again, I just was kind of mentioning earlier that like the first couple of weeks with my flat, it was really sore. I mean, she was big bad for the first couple of weeks. Then by the third week, the front started to like get less painful, less sensitive when I was going in to clean it. So then I could start using the Q-tip to clean around it. The back was not happy. Wasn't happening. So when I went to get my tragus done, this was only 3 weeks old, and that's when my piercer downsized my piercing, or the post. So it's a little bit shorter, and she was saying that with downsizing it, that can also help with that soreness, because if there's just a lot of extra wiggle room and it's not swollen, it can kind of create like irritation. So that's why it can kind of still be a little sore. So she was saying like once she downsized her flat, it was like night and day difference. And that surprisingly was actually my experience. Once we switched it out for shorter posts, instant difference. Literally the next day, all of that pain that all of that sensitivity that I was feeling on the back when I would go to clean it was way less than what it was. Like way less. Significant amount to notice. Like, wow. It still was a little tender, of course, because it's only 3 weeks old, but it was nowhere near as sensitive. So I was like, oh, thank God. Like that was actually a good idea. So, these two have just been doing really well, and I'm so glad, because if you guys have followed my progress, again, you guys have known that my conch has been the monster child and has just the double piercing bumps on the front and the back. I still do have my piercing bumps. It'll be 7 months this Friday since I've had my conch. And yeah, I still have my piercing bumps. They're nowhere near as big, and they are going down. It's just taking time. Those are the updates for everything. Yeah, that is everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please leave a like or a comment down below. Give your sister that algorithm love, okay? Let me know your thoughts on if you are interested in getting a tragus piercing, or if you have one, what was your experience like? Until next time, bye guys.